Okay, so first of all, I am not this pale. It's because I'm really close to a window and it's really sunny right now. This is my living room, that's why it looks so nice and decorated. And my dining room's in the very back, so yes, this is a lot nicer than a closet. Um, okay, I'm gonna talk about the Michael Brown shooting and the if they gun me down thing. Sorry, I'm looking out the window. My boyfriend's mom drove by really weird, so I didn't know if he was in the car. And also I'm looking to see if my parents are coming home, even though they should be home late. Um, yeah, and then I have the TV on that way, so I just don't like silence. Anyway, I'm gonna talk about Michael Brown and the if they gun me down hashtag, cause this is, I don't know, I feel like everything's just kind of getting out of control. Um, I mean, the Michael Brown, I didn't really get a good grasp on the story until recently. Um, Essentially, he was walking home with his friend, and the officer told him to get on the ground. I don't know if the friend ran or what, but the friend ended up getting shot, but he saw him get shot, and they said, I think the police officer said that he grabbed his weapon. Well, he attempted to grab his weapon, and that's why he fired. But the friend said he never grabbed the weapon, and I think the officer also said he thought he was armed, and the friend said he wasn't. He was unarmed, and he still shot him. The way I feel about this is just really weird. This isn't the first time that this has happened. That we're just kind of, I don't know. Well, with the Trayvon Martin case, things were a little bit more peaceful. I was actually in Florida when I heard the result of the case, and I was pretty upset. I was gonna go down there because I was about an hour away from where the court was. That was really upsetting to me. But my whole issue isn't the race thing because I am mixed. So I guess I could speak from both sides. I think we need to rule out race. I understand that this is happening to black kids, and other minorities just aren't getting shot in the street or attacked or any of that really. Well, not nearly as much as the minority, the black minority, I guess. I think we need to eliminate the whole race thing just because that shouldn't be the issue. That shouldn't be the topic of discussion. The issue should be, why are we just killing kids and then not really focusing on that aspect, but why are we focusing on the race aspect? I think people just want someone to blame for it, because they need an excuse. I primarily blame the media for this whole race thing because I don't think a whole bunch of cops go out every day and say, I'm gonna shoot a black kid, or I'm gonna go shoot a Hispanic kid, or I'm gonna go shoot an Asian person. I don't think that they just wake up saying that. I think it just kind of happens that way, and then the media blows it up and says the cop was white, the kid was black, put two and two together, it was a racism, it wasn't fair. I don't think that he should have been shot, especially unarmed, almost home. He should have complied with the police officer, I guess. I don't want to blame the kid, because, he was, from what, I wasn't there, no one was really there except him and his friend and the police officer. I don't think that the cop should have pulled anything. Now, the kid probably should have gotten on the ground, but, he was being polite. He was trying to explain. He was, he wasn't trying to be aggressive. He was just trying to explain. And I understand that part. So that part I understand. And so that's why I understand why he didn't get on the ground, because he was trying to explain the whole situation, and the cop really seemed to come out of nowhere. Well, this is from the story of the kid's friend. I just think that the issue is we're just killing kids left and right. I'm 18, And I have no idea if this would happen to me, because people do see me as a minority. Now, I know I look super white and pale right now, but I'm really not. I'm like really tan, actually. So you could tell I'm mixed. I do talk very not ethnic. I talk very educated like. I came from a school that wasn't like that. I came from a school that had a couple shootings, not in the school, but like outside of school, like people dying and gang fights. Like we had all that at my old school, and I just wasn't really involved in that. And people didn't really make fun of me for the way I look or the way I talk, because there were a couple other mixed kids, and none of them really acted super ethnic, but people did think I thought I was better than everybody else. I guess because the way I talked and the way I dressed, because I did look a lot differently than the stereotypical, cookie cutter, how everybody else looked. Anyway, that's off the point. I don't know if that would happen to me. And my boyfriend, he's black. Well, he's mixed, but he looks very black. I don't know if that would happen to him. And I think that's the fear of everybody. They just don't know what to think. But I think that it is the media's fault for pulling the race card, because what they do is they report the story very one-sided like, and they make it, and then, after they report, like, oh, white officer kills unarmed black kid, they come out with the kid was troubled, and then the non-ethnic people, like the Caucasians and other people, are saying, well, he shouldn't have been out, and like they just stir and they instigate things until it gets out of control to the point where people are violent. And that's what's gonna happen if not only do they continue to kill kids, and even if it wasn't a race thing, people are gonna get violent, because this is getting awful ridiculous. Kids are just dying left and right, and they're just letting these people go, and they're not doing anything, and nothing's gonna change. Things are only gonna get worse. It's gonna be chaos if this continues to happen. Now, the If You Gun Me Down hashtag is a hashtag on Tumblr. I do have a Tumblr. Not gonna commercialize my Tumblr account, but maybe I'll put on another video. I haven't reposted any If You Gun Me Down hashtags because I think they're kind of getting a little off topic. I've seen some, If You Gun Me Down hashtags, and essentially it's like a very unflattering, usually like a weed smoker or a thug type of look, versus, like a graduation picture or a professional looking picture. And they were saying that the media would pick the more thug looking drug picture. Now there are some white people doing this, and the black people are pretty upset about it. They're like, well, you don't understand, you won't get it because, you're so privileged. I think that's not even, I don't even think that they're trying to take the attention away from anybody else. I think they're just trying to, help connect. And then these black people are just pushing away, like, they're trying to help. They're not, okay, so if they get gunned down, they may choose the better picture, yes, but, they're trying to relate. They're trying to help. They're trying to say that, hey, this isn't just, an issue that I'm just going to overlook. I want to be a part of this. And there's a lot of posts that are saying white people just won't get it, you won't have to deal with this. Yes, they may not, but they do want to be involved, and I think that they should be able to do any hashtag they want to. White, not, Hispanic, not, it doesn't matter. You can't just limit it to being black, because that's being equally as racist as, a white cop shooting a black kid, because you're just separating, you're dividing the races, you're keeping them apart when they're trying to help and when they're trying to get involved with things. I also did see some white people who were like, well, you shouldn't have weed pictures or pictures where you look, a certain way. I understand, like, I don't think I have any bad pictures because I don't smoke or anything. But at the same time, they're pictures, you could be you could be at a party smoking and somebody take a picture of you and you not know it, and then they could use that picture. And not only that, but like if you look thuggish, you know, that's what's in. And I'm not saying that's appropriate or, you know, what kids should be doing or taking pictures like that. But they really shouldn't say, hey, you shouldn't look like this, because that's, you know, that's the way they want to look. A lot of people don't like the way I look and the way I dress or take pictures, I guess. And, you know, you shouldn't sit there and criticize the way somebody else dresses, because you don't know what the flip side of that is. They could be very professional. Now, there could be some, you know, drug users out there that just don't look very professional, and they just, you know, it's out there. It's all out there for everyone to see, but you just don't know. And so I think that's equally as ridiculous thing. I agree with the fact that you probably shouldn't have any really bad pictures out there, but, you know, you can't sit here and say, well, you know, I only have good pictures, so it's your fault if you get gunned down and they show a bad picture of you. You shouldn't blame them for the picture that they send to the media. Like, it's not like they would have control over that, you know, and that's just, it's a picture, and I'm not trying to, like, dilute how bad it is or how bad it would look, but it is, you know, it's not their kid, so they can't sit here and say, well, you shouldn't have bad pictures because I only have good pictures. And I know lots of people who would probably say the same thing, but they do have bad pictures. Everybody has a bad picture. Even if it's, you know, you're out with your friends and you're a little tipsy and you just took a little selfie, you have a picture. And you can't sit here and point the finger and say, it's your fault, because if you get gunned down, you know, they're going to use that picture. But I think that if you gun me down hashtag is really just trying to attract more attention to the whole racism aspect, which, like I said, it needs to be out. Like, they don't need to add that in. The issue should be trying not to hurt kids and keeping everybody safe. The race thing shouldn't be an issue. So that's my personal view. I know, I hope I don't get, like, any hate from this, because I am trying to be as open as I can be. This is my opinion. I'm not saying this is fact. I'm not saying, you know, you have to agree with it. But I do feel like that's how everything works out. What we should focus on. Not the race aspect, but the whole violence aspect. And my hopes and prayers do go out to Michael Brown's family. It is really hard, I bet. I don't even want to imagine. I can't imagine. I can't relate. So I can't say, you know, I know how you feel. I can't relate, but I do hope that they do find peace. They may not exactly find justice, because justice system's all messed up, but thank you for watching. I know this was like a really intense video, and please don't hate me for this, because this is my opinion, and I know a lot of people get on YouTube and just talk about stuff that they don't know about, and like I said from the beginning, I don't know that much, and I'm like, all I really know is like the officer and the kid's friend's story. I don't know what really happened. There could be more, and I'm sorry if I got any details wrong, but I know people do get on YouTube and say, oh, this is my opinion, and this is right, and this is what we should do. I'm just saying this is my opinion, and you don't have to believe my opinion. You don't have to do any of that. I'm just voicing it out just so people can understand where I'm coming from and other people who may feel the same way. So thank you for watching. Bye.